Hey Fragrance World, hey Fragrance Fanatics and friends, welcome back. It's Benjamin here at the Centaur Fragrance Channel, and today we're going to be talking about none other than Azzoro Extreme. Let's look at this bottle. Doesn't that look charming? It does remind you of the blue trend, doesn't it? Maybe Bleu de Chanel a little bit. But this is a different fragrance. This is its own creation. This is a nice fragrance. I'm really surprised that not very many people are talking about this fragrance. I guess the blue craze, the blue fragrances have really gotten annoying to some people. You know, Dylan Blue, Sauvage, Pronoluta Rosa Carbon have really seemed to have a grip on the market. They seem to be the most popular. But if you're looking for a highly versatile, mass appealing fragrance, if you like the compliments, this is definitely another alternative for you to go to. This is a very nice fragrance. I have some sprayed on the card here. This has notes of green mandarin, juniper berry, and a amber accord to it. So that's what they tell us. There is perhaps a little bit of that salty, citric quality of the original Azzoro Chrome DNA. There's not a lot of that Azzoro Chrome DNA. If you truly love that DNA of Azzoro Chrome, you might be disappointed because, to my nose, there's not a lot of that DNA, that citrusy, salty apple kind of quality going on with this fragrance. I really do like the smell of this one. As far as the blue style fragrances go, I thought the Jean Paul Gaultier's in the navy and this one are newer releases, and I think that they might even be improvements on that kind of smell. I do think that Sauvage EDP is pretty darn good, and maybe more for date nights or maybe for one that's a little bit colder. The Dylan Blue is maybe a better way to go, but this is highly versatile. It's very wearable. I do get the green mandarin, which is more of like a little bit of a tart orange off the top. The juniper berry is maybe what I really like about this fragrance. I really like juniper type notes. It sometimes reminds me of cypress in a way. It's in the same family. It's a particularly fresh note. It's what's used to make gin, and it's a fresh, crisp, green type of quality to the fragrance, adding definitely a little bit more class, a little tiny bit of a sparkle, and an interesting quality to this fragrance. I really don't detect the amber in the dry down. I really don't think that there's really amber or anything resinous to speak of in the dry down, but there are a lot of synthetic compounds like amber wood and silk wood and those kinds of things that are classified more as ambers, and it's probably more of a molecule like amber quality. It does smell a little bit more smooth in the dry down. It does have that weight behind it. It does have an interesting smell in the dry down, but it's more of like again, molecule like. It doesn't smell like amber particularly, and it doesn't smell like wood, so I really do like that kind of alternative in the dry down. Anyways, this is a good fragrance. I don't know why other reviewers aren't talking about it. A lot of reviewers, maybe they just talk about the popular blue fragrances, the ones that sell, that there's a lot of popularity behind, like the Dior Sauvages, again, the Dylan Blues, those kinds of things. Not a lot of people are talking about the Jean Paul Gaultier's in the navy, or even this one, the Azzoro Extreme. And I don't know why. If once this hits discounters, if this ever gets around the $30 range, especially if it's cheaper than $30, if this one ever gets in the $20 range, this is going to be another amazing pickup for the money. Again, it'll be more of a cheapie. It won't be the highest quality fragrance that you've ever smelled, but certainly it'll be a winner for the price, especially. Just like Endless Blue by Tommy Hilfiger. That's an amazing fragrance for close to $20 odd. This is, again, if you can find this one for $20 odd and you just want something highly versatile, just easy to wear for any situation, this is going to be very nice. And I do like the juniper that comes out of this fragrance. I think it balances out that almost shampoo-like vibe that permeates through these blue style fragrances. And you might have already been thinking, you might have be like, Ben, why aren't you saying it? Yes, Azzoro jumped on the blue hype train. They made a blue fragrance. Just look at the bottle. They made their own blue fragrance to capture that blue vibes, the Bleu de Chanel vibes, the Sauvage craze. They definitely want their foot in the market. They want a piece of that pie, and I can't blame them for that. So they are they're a designer house. They're in the market to make some money, and this is another option for y'all out there. For a lot of y'all, this might be very redundant. It might be very boring that there's another blue fragrance on the market. but I would consider this one. I think that this is one of the better ones. And I do think In the Navy is one of the better blue fragrances on the market as well. So definitely give this one a shot. Give it a chance. I'm not suggesting blind buy it. Definitely, if you have access to it, sample it and try it out a little bit. If you do watch indie and niche fragrances on my channel, and that's what you expect and that's what you like, this is definitely going to be more on, maybe you're going to think it's generic. If you're definitely more on the designer side of things, if you're a younger guy or you just want something fun and versatile, this definitely might be one that you want to try and sniff. You know, you have so many choices. Why not try all the blue fragrances and find one that you like? You might not like this one. You might think that this is one of the best blue fragrances. It all depends on your taste. Why not try them all and see which one you like the best before really investing and buying a full-size bottle? And maybe you like blue fragrances a lot. Maybe you collect them all. You might be interested in this. Maybe you just used up your bottle of Dior Sauvage and you want something maybe a little bit more different. You want to switch things up a little bit, have a little bit of fun that way. You might be interested in this one as well. So I'm not trying to hype it up. I'm just trying to put it out there as an option for you guys. So interesting fragrance. Performance-wise, I probably would give this one a 6-hour range. For some people, some people supposedly have amazing skin. They might get 7 hours, maybe more. For some people, you might say that this is probably about a 6-hour fragrance. It is a good fragrance. It does become a little bit, more subdued as time goes on, but the interesting amber-like nuances and the little bit of salt, that little bit of salt and citrus hanging on from the original DNA does carry it through in the dry down, and you notice that very much. So there's a little bit of sillage, it doesn't project an awful lot, and you get about 6 hours. That's not bad for a highly versatile fragrance. Compliment factor wise, it's a blue fragrance. You know what's going to happen. It's going to get you results. It's going to get you compliments. It depends on where you go. If you're a little bit more, a little bit more mature, if you're going to higher class events, if you're around people who know fragrance, or maybe like luxurious things, this might not work. But if you're just out and about having a good time, going to the park, going to the mall, if you're just going out to the supermarket, if you're just having fun outside, kicking it with some friends or doing whatever you do, and you're not going to a classy event or anything like that, this is certainly a fragrance I think that would do the average person very well. It is probably marketed towards men, and I do think it's more on the masculine side, but I know, ladies sometimes like citrusy fragrances, so this doesn't really have a lot of sweetness to speak of. If you're a lady out there looking for a men's fragrance that you probably would be more comfortable with wearing, you probably would like something like Versace Eros, or you might want Ultramall by Jean Paul Gaultier. That might be more of something that you might enjoy, but it's a decent fragrance for sure. Price-wise, far as right now, this is not very accessible for some reason. It's not too easy to get. I don't know if it's just going to take a little bit of time for this to get here on the market. Y'all know that sometimes it takes a little bit of time before things hit discounters and things trickle in. So as far as spring 2020, this fragrance isn't super cheap. It's not super easily available, but just keep an eye out because it's going to hit the discounters in a couple months later into the year, and it's going to be a really nice price, and you might want to snag one up. Just like Jean Paul Gaultier is in the Navy, you might want to snag it up if you can find it for less than 40, especially if it's less than 30. Swipe it up if you want something highly versatile, fresh, and a compliment getter. So anyways, my friends, I'll see you next time. I hope that you enjoyed my video and my review. If you did, let me know in the comment sections below. Let me know, have you tried this fragrance? Do you love the Azzoro DNA? A lot of people seem to be big fans of the Azzoro Chrome DNA. They love it. They seem dedicated to it, and it seems very nostalgic for a lot of people. Let me know. Do you love Azzoro Chrome? Do you love Azzoro as a brand? What would you like to see change in Azzoro? I don't see a lot of hype or a lot of excitement for Azzoro. Maybe we could give them some recommendations and try to help them out. Anyways, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share the video, and tell a friend down there below. Please help me out, and I'll see you next time, everybody. Wear what you love and rock what you got. Have fun, my friends, and I'll see you until next time. Bye.